Let's check that audio. Let's check that visual. Let's check that audio and let's take the visual, guys. Tell me how I'm doing. How's it sound? Then we're gonna let a few more people get in here, and then we're gonna kick this thing off. Well, good, sound good. Thanks, appreciate it. 8994. I can't read, man. What's happening? What's happening, brother? Didi Baker. What's going on? Quincy, Florida, in the building. Simon. Is finally happening? Hell yeah. Early lawn is tonight the night, Mag. First and foremost. So Rick Baker in the building. Prayers. So that one guy, 5474, says, first and foremost, I want to thank all you guys for getting in and getting tickets. Soon I will be on Bipolar. I'm going to go through in a second. Guys, as soon as you get in here, go ahead and hit the like button. I'm not going to even start. If it's 35 people in here, I'm not even starting until we get 20 likes so we can get into it and get to talking. And then I'll finish the roll call. So I'm just checking it out, seeing who's in the building, letting a few more people jump in, and then we're going to get started. How's the bike looking? How's it looking over there? Tank from Chirac. Let me get in here. Let me see what we got. I think I'm too far away. Let me scoot up. Let me scoot up, guys. Let me scoot up. All right, there we go. That looks a tad bit better. All right, some people are finally coming in. Let everybody get in here first, and I'll get us started. Make sure I got everything I need and everything we need to talk about. Oh, yeah, you know what? I forgot one key ingredient to this live tonight, but I won't bring it out. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Let me finish the roll call. Harley Lawn in the building. Sometimes I can't even read some of these names. Lua Pornography. Lua. Hey, Mac Paul here from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Simon, loud and clear, appreciate it. 30 minutes. 30 in here in single digit. Yeah, we ain't getting started until I get up there. Guys, keep track. Let me know because I actually can't see it from where I'm standing. So let me know. Once we got 20, I'll start talking. Ricardo in the building. Was good. Was good, Mac. Good evening. Let's let the fun begin. What's up, Mac? Hi, Mac. Robert Mercurio. I always say his name wrong, I'm sure. Zeta Kappa. All right. What's good? Sound is on point. Polk County in the building. I stay away from Polk County. It's kind of dangerous over there from what I hear. Jeremy in the building. LA Breakers. Christopher Cox. Tank from Chirac in the building. Chicago. 5 on 26. So what's good, bro? Vernon. Bro, listen, guys, if I'm stuttering, it's because I'm reading and making sure I don't hit. Okay. 43 tune in. How many we got that have liked this video before we get started? Where did I stop at? 15. CJ, what's good, bro? Vernon in the building as usual. Appreciate it. G-Man is in the building. Kentucky's in here. Clay Applegate. I'm sorry, man. Everything runs together. Kenneth McWilliams is in the building. What's happening? 2 up in the wind. J.R. Miller. Let's keep going. What else we got? Polk County, Grady. Grady don't play. Yeah, he have you on the news. What else we got? Hey, what happened to the Road King, the DS18 speakers? I have no idea what you're talking about. Never had DS18s. Let's see what we got going on. I watch you run the King at the track. It looks good, running good down the track. Once you get it dialed in, that thing's gonna be hard to handle. It's gonna be hard to beat. I think that's what he's trying to say. The Road King is a contender. We just have to see how far we can push this bike before, you know, we see where we need to make any changes. At this point, I don't see myself making any changes on the bike. It's still missing parts. We still have a heavy back wheel. We don't have the carbon back wheel. Hasn't come in yet. But yeah, 34 likes. Okay, I'm sorry to break the bad news to everybody. If you've been paying attention to my Instagram, which I know a lot of people don't have Instagram, the bike is not being given away this week. If you could see, Instagram is giving away next week. Let me tell you why. You guys don't want me to make a mistake and not figure out how to select the winner. I gotta select the winner the right way. I'm not trying to rush the process because I will be doing it live so you guys can actually see it happen. So I gotta know what I'm doing before I pick. And it's just gonna take me a couple days, make sure everything's finalized. I need all the paperwork finalized, and it's gonna happen next week. So guys, don't give up. I'm not accepting any more tickets or anything like that. That stopped a few days ago. Matter of fact, pretty much I closed it off. But there is, I have posted flyers after it was closed off that it's being given away next week. I think that's the 28th or 29th, next Sunday. Okay, so next Sunday is when the bike will be given to someone. And on top of that, remember, you're getting everything that comes with this bike. Tour pack, more saddlebags, windshields, everything complete, and we will be doing it at allamericancycles. Guys, I can't hold the bike forever at allamericancycles, so I'm going to give you guys ample enough time. There's no big rush, but it can't stay at the shop forever. Once I am able to pick the winner, or after the choice has been made, I will call that person live. I will get with that person on the back end and send when they can actually come and pick the bike up. We can't have it in excessive amount of time. We ain't doing 6 months, 3 months. We can't go that long, or we would have to go to another winner. But if you guys choose to, and I'd rather not do this, if you choose to send a shipper, that's up to you. That's at your own cost. Everything is totally up to you. But I think for the better of the video, first of all, and for you guys, you come speak to George, learn everything you can about this bike. Take notes. We make the video. You take that bike home free and clear. Guys, come on. I actually had to end it a little early because I think it was getting stretched out a little too long. I wanted to do it on, that was the weekend of Daytona Bike Week, but we just didn't do that. And besides, I would have to take the wheels or something off to try to compensate. I wasn't gonna do that. I figured that we give it another week, and wherever it landed is where it landed. So we're actually, just a week or two outside of Daytona. And this bike is going to somebody probably in this chat. So guys, I want you to, what was it? Hold on, I gotta go back and read all the comments. But the bike is going next week, so don't miss it. Next week, I call your name, and then I call your phone, and we have to make it happen right then and there, so you have to be tuned in. I will also, hey, shout out to roadglide, hooked it up. He sent a few bucks to the channel. Man, that always helps out. I have a thunder. Okay, I'll answer your question in a second, brother. But yeah, that really helps out. But next week, remember, new tires on this bike. Basically new wheels. They don't have many miles on them because I never really street rode the bike too much after I installed those wheels. Legend suspension, everything else you need, anything you need to know motor-wise, George is going to be able to give you that information. So the bike will be going next week, but don't leave the chat. Don't leave the chat just because I tell you the bike's leaving next week and not this week. Get your questions in now. Any questions if you guys have put in for the giveaway, if you got any questions, send them out here now while I can answer them, because next week I'm not going to be answering too many questions. We're going to be showing off this bike. We're going to be really trying to, you know, make somebody's day. And for my first giveaway, I want to get it right the first time. So no distractions, no distractions. This week will not be the week to make it happen. Next week is going to be the week to make it happen. Now, I'm going to get back to the bike and the giveaway in a second, but now let me run through the roll call, the rest of the roll call of the guys. If you're still in the chat, I got something else to say regarding the bike on the back end, so I know how you guys get. They pop in and pop out. I got you. What do we got? 34 likes. Get the likes up, guys, or I won't tell you that pertinent information that you might want to know. Rick Baker says, nice intake. Okay, so speaking of the intake, what took me out the game, at the races, was the intake. If you saw me at the track, or you saw me at the shop, I kind of pretty much told everybody what happened. These are hard parts, guys. Hard part catches you. There's not much you can do about it. You know, lick your wound and get back and get back to having fun. But I couldn't. It wasn't my fault. I couldn't make it happen, or I was just gonna be, you know, who knows what could happen, with a cut like that. But anyways, let's keep going. Little SDM1 solo out of Dallas. What's happening, brother? Hey, make sure you guys are ready to come pick this bike up. I don't care where you at. Just make sure, hey, if you got to catch a flight and put your hands on it, do that. I'll get into it in a little bit. That one guy says, watch more Mafia when I won his bike and followed the script to the T. Let's go, because you won his bike. Tom Brandon, HD Simple Life. Do you pick the winner, or does the raffle the app pick the winner? The app picks the winner. It's one button you press. But I don't want to be the guy that hits the one button and maybe twice or something stupid. So I'm going to definitely let the app do all the work. It has nothing to do with me, fellas. That's just one of those things I don't want to mess up. Like I said, guys, this is over $60,000 in a motorcycle, bike plus parts. I mean, you got over a $20,000 motor in there. I got to be honest with you. So just, the math makes no sense at the end of the day, but I still want this bike to go to somebody who has been around, been in the chats, paying attention, ready for something like that. And then at the end of this conversation today, there might be something else that I want to tell you guys about. So let's keep it going. Roadglide, I'm about to get back to you. Roadglide CJ15 said, I will drive it to the winner for a small fee. Hey, guys, if that's the case, you get with me. Whatever you guys want to do, I got to meet you, though. I got to meet you first, and it's your choice how you get this bike home, all right? It's got insurance on it, and I'm going to leave it on until you get it home, okay? I'm going to do you that favor. How about that? It can't get any better than that. Marty said, I'm catching a flight tomorrow from Ohio. That's what I'm talking about. I'm close. I'll be there in the afternoon. All right, let me get to something real quick. Roadglide, hit the chat up. I appreciate when we can do donations because it only helps the channel. It only helps the channel. So he says, I have a Thunder Max tuner. Now when I go into the settings, I don't see the Wi-Fi icon. Now to go to the software update, and it doesn't let me since I don't have Wi-Fi, and I know you had mentioned this before. So before I get into this, if you have a Thunder Max and you just so happen to put it on a newer bike, it will wipe out your screen. If you don't, unplug your main fuse. You have to unplug the main fuse first, then install it so it doesn't zap everything, okay? It takes out your Wi-Fi. If you have a CVO, it takes out your GPS, your navigation. It takes out everything. And now you're going to be scratching your head and trying to wonder why. You can't even come home and update it. You have to go to the dealer. Now, there's other guys out there that this has happened to, but are afraid to tell this information. If you are going to be one of those guys, you know, whatever to you, but be if you're getting things done and that happens to you, tell the whole story. Don't hide things. It happened to me. I had to take the bike to the dealer. They I don't know what he does back there actually, but I know he kind of puts reprograms it a little bit. And then when I got home, I still didn't have it till I got home, and then it reconnected to my house's Wi-Fi, because that's actually what I had it hooked up to. It connected, all came back like it never left. Remember, ThunderMax is a whole computer system. So you take your stock ECU out and you're putting a whole computer in. That's why on Power Vision, it removes nothing. It pretty much piggybacks off everything you got, so it leaves all the settings and factory pieces still in there. Okay? So I hope that helps you out. Hope it doesn't. Rick Baker said, I'll be there in the same day. Power Vision or Impact on a new bike? From what I hear, it's a toss-up. I have no experience with Impact, though. From what I understand, it comes with a shifter. So you got a quick shifter built in. I don't know how it works because I don't understand how. Not that it you know, is a problem, but you know, when you run a quick shifter, this bike is the only bike with a quick shifter. When you run a quick shifter, it's a lot of the times its own harness that goes into your injectors. So it kills the timing on the injectors, which allows you to shift the gears. If Impact is doing the same thing or has some type of connection, I don't know about it. But I appreciated the Power Vision just because I felt like the bike ran so smooth. I've had friends that had Impact, then went to ThunderMax, and are now on Power Vision. If you're in the chat and you know, if you have experience with all of that, tell the guys. I heard Impact picks up horsepower more than ThunderMax. I don't know if you can go from Impact to Power Vision. I don't think anybody would do that, but because there's no downside to Impact from what I'm understanding. Some tuners don't like it. Doesn't work out for them. Some do. Let's talk. We're talking bipolar business in here, huh? Hold on. With all the mods, could bipolar do 500 miles a day for 3 to 4 consecutive days? Absolutely. I'm going to tell you this, and I don't want to tell whoever the winner is the business on the bike, but this bike is really, really streetable. The only thing this bike doesn't do well is turn. We don't have it set up to really turn. It's kind of lower. I'm a shorter guy, so I got it lowered 1 inch in the front, 1 inch in the back, 1.5 in the front. The bike is made to sit, plant, and go straight. If you got to remember, I'm in Florida. All our roads are flat and straight, so it does extremely well on roads like this. It feels like it's just locked into the pavement, and you're rolling. So winning that bike, you can do whatever you want with it. You ain't got to worry. I'm comfortable on the bike. The bike is set up for me and my height. You might have to adjust the seat, you know, get some different bars, whatever you like. But, you know, that's pretty much about it. If you don't like a complete wraparound fender like that, I do have the stock fender, but who wants it? You know, if you want it, you tell me you want it, I'll bring it for you. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. So pretty much just take it to the dealership and tell them to update it. Correct. Roadglide, correct. Now, you have to be careful with the dealer. Might not give you your warranty. They might say, So make sure you take it to somebody who says, okay, yeah, we'll do it, you know, and we'll look past the ECU. I don't really know if, but I think they do need to plug into the ECU or some port around the ECU from what I kind of saw. So, you know, there you go. Uh, Chris Kincaid in the building. Ricardo Cortez said, bipolar coming home ain't far. I'll be down the same day. Jesus Christ. Hey, man, you speak it to existence. You can get it, man. That's how it goes. You should have priced it $575 from AAC to Houston, Texas. Got that in the piggy bank. That'd be a good deal. Sam, you didn't miss much. The giveaway is next Sunday. Go to my Instagram, guys. I've been posting this pretty much all week. That I could not do the giveaway today. The giveaway is next week. I do not want to mess it up for anybody here, but I got more to talk about at the end of this giveaway. I mean, at the end of today's Sunday special that we got going on. 76 people in the building. Go ahead and hit the like button. I don't want to end this early. Guys, go ahead, hit the like button. Let's see. Zeta Kappa, Mac, what is your suggestion for a back tire if you ride highway and like to race with the fellas? Hey, I can't tell you a good tire. We tried everything. We tried the Cruise Tech. You put down a little too much power, it doesn't work. I don't know what your setup is, but I'm gonna assume you don't have a stock motor if you say you want to get down with the fellas. But Cruise Techs are a soft compound. They can handle what they can handle. After 160, 170, I don't think they really handle any more power, but you know, from a start, that's good. I had those on BMF. They worked out right until they didn't, you know what I mean? So I've tried everything, but in my opinion, that's probably the best bet. Yeah, they got Dunlops, they got all these other tires. It will smoke, those bikes will smoke the tires. Remember, we make a lot of torque. So Cruise Tech is probably the best suggestion for both. Remember, I run Shinkos. Do not put a Shinko on your bike and expect to get miles out of it. It runs square. It's a square tire. It's like this. So you don't want that, especially when you're trying to turn. So do yourself a favor. Grab yourself a Cruise Tech. I'd say good for 150, 160. What do we got? Mike, what is Jeremy said Cruise Tech. Yeah, most of the guys run Cruise Techs that want to still go out and really get a good ride in on the bike, take curves, all those different things. Front and back. This bike has Cruise Tech in the front as well, but we put a Shinko on the back because we've been doing some testing. That bike's still on the belt. It's probably gonna break it soon. I don't even know why I'm playing around with the bike. I told myself I wasn't, but you know how it goes. Bipolar's leaving, man. Bipolar's leaving the chat, guys. Next week, Bipolar's leaving the chat. You know what? Let me tell you guys this. I appreciate all the guys that believe in the giveaway. There's a lot of guys that don't believe in giveaways, you know, and I'm one. I'll say that. You know, the ones I see online and all those things, and they say, "Oh, we're giving you $50,000." You guys don't understand. It's not that easy to give away a bike that has decent value to it. If you got a junk and a clunker, yes, you can get rid of that. Who cares? Because you didn't invest anything. But the investment in this bike is more than just the money. It's the R&D, taking it out, actually, you know, maintaining it, really keeping this bike up to a high standard, not a scratch on it. Has so many spare parts to it. And I can also, if you want, push you or show you the direction that will make this bike, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be, listen, it's going to be a killer anywhere you take it. But if you want to be up there, there's a few other things you could do. Not saying that it's going to be this quick or that cheap, but there's some other things you could do with that bike and really make it even more hellacious. Now, if you want a rider, a bike night bike, you know, hanging out on the weekends bike, I don't care where you're at, it's probably going to be a tough bike in front of anybody, you know what I mean, in anybody's eyes. So that's just what it is. But at the same time, like I said, with the giveaway, to be as most fair as you can, to not try and go and try and get $1 million for something. You got to set a goal, and then when the bike gets there, it's got to go. But guys, I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. It might seem easy, yeah, just go and do it. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. So that's it. That's it on that for now. But like I said, we got something else I'm gonna say. Which quick shifter do you like? I don't know. I only know one. That's the Dyno Jet. Some people believe their wrist and foot action is quicker. Could be. Some people believe in quick shifters. I've seen guys go fast just foot shifting. Some of the fastest bikes that were at Hall's Gone Wild were foot shift bikes. Did I change the windshield on BMF? I sure did. It's a little shorter and a little more clear. Everybody knows I can't see at night. I don't try to hide the fact I don't ride at night too much unless it's well lit, like, you know, your major roads. But I had to change it because I couldn't see through it and I couldn't see over it. So I'm like, well, I'll take my chances by going a little bit shorter and making a little bit more clear. I think that's the smoke. That is the smoke color. So there you go with that. Jeremy, don't you have the clear one? I think you got clear or something like that. I mean, the nicest one that I've seen is clear because it shows the top behind, I don't even know what to call it, just beyond the windshield. It shows that top fairing, I guess, or whatever, the top plastic. And if yours is painted, it looks really nice. I got that one paint matched to the bike. So when I do look through it, you can still see its gloss. You go around the other side, you'll see its paint matched. I was gonna do it clear, but thought not. All right, let's see what else we got. 85 people in the building. Go ahead and hit that like. I know you guys came to see the giveaway. I know you did. Stay here. What else we got? Thanks for the handlebars. Who got some handlebars? What's going on? Ain't no bartering and trading around here unless I get a piece. What's going on? Montez Harris said bipolar is fire. Next week, bipolar will be sitting right here. The name will be drawn. Well, I ain't drawing it, but randomly pick one button. Poop. Now, guys, listen. You guys will never have faith in me again if I didn't do it the right way. Trust me, I know people. If I don't do it the right way and like somebody else would do it, you guys would hate me at the end of the day. Let's get a little close up. Let's talk to bipolar for a second. Guys, this could be yours right here. This bike could be yours. She's a bad one. She's a bad one, guys. When you see that bike in person, it's different. It hits a little bit different, especially from looking at it in the garage. Still one of the, listen guys, the bike is a 2021. One of the best colors of the year. 2021 was a lot of two-tones and basic, very basic, the crimson, burgundy color. You know, there was nothing really spectacular, so everybody thought Snake Venom was a CVO's color. Thank God it wasn't. And the normal guys could grab a bike like this. And I'm being honest with you, I haven't seen one as nice as bipolar. And I think after I came out and really kind of put my own twist on this bike, everybody started doing the one on the side and, you know, trying to get that theme going because it comes with a one on the side and one on the back saddlebag as well. So, yeah. This is the time that the words bipolar and a perfect goes together. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. I just bought your favorite bike. May work, but if you are okay with smoke, go fire. Oh, Jeremy, you having your own conversation. My bad. Chad, what's good? Definitely try it out. Okay. Yeah, I'm scrolling, keeping you guys updated on what's going on. Bipolar, I could start it up right now, but I don't want to breathe in carbon monoxide at this point in my life or today, so we're gonna leave it off. Now, if you look to your left, that is a 17-inch front wheel. If you look to your right, that is a 21-inch front wheel. G-brakes on the left, Galfers on the right. G-brakes bought out Galfer. Am I saying that right? Galfer. Yeah. Guys, I'm not saying you need to be an experienced rider to ride a bike like that, but oh, sorry, guys. I just had to read something. Somebody said, I entered your first giveaway. This is my second giveaway. This is my second giveaway. He said, I entered the first giveaway with the Stage 2, and that's what made me go to All American Cycles and get my own bike done. I believe in the brand. Ricardo Cortez in the building. That's what I'm talking about. See, I can tell you guys now, this is a 110% legit giveaway. Now, since we've been here a while, well, what if I did another giveaway? What do y'all think? And what do you think I should do? Your suggestions might turn into some reality. And another thing, I've got some people on board with that idea. I'm talking slow because you got to give the dramatic effect. Look at Jeremy, bro. Jeremy, man. Listen, your wheels are going to be on your bike soon. So I'm thinking about doing, I'm thinking. It just depends, guys. Like, hey, this was not easy work. This was some hard work. And I know what I'm doing now. I know what I'm giving away now, and I know how to kind of make that happen. I would never give you guys junk. That's first and foremost. And I would never not make this work for everybody. So I want you guys' comments. I'm reading as I go along, but I want you guys' comments to tell me what you think. If you're just now joining the chat, Bipolar will go next week. Stay in the chat. Got something else to talk about. We all like bipolar women. Shit. Almost said something out loud. And I'm not going to say it out loud. But, you never know who's watching. All right. BST wheels. Now, listen, guys. I'm gonna just give a little bit of what I had in the back of my mind, okay? I said, what if I did? Man, if I say this, somebody might steal my idea. What do you guys want me to do? Tell me what you want me to do. I'm taking suggestions right now. I need a new battery. Any suggestions? Stock. Put a stock battery in there. If not a stock battery, put a lightweight battery in there. Spectrum makes one. I'm trying to think of the name of this company. Braille makes one as well. You know, I'm not a big battery guy, so, you know, it is what it is. I throw whatever starts these bikes. Keep it to yourself. Surprise your viewers. Sam said it. I'm going to do it. Sam, I got an idea, though. I got an idea. You know what? Sometimes, man, guys hate when you hold back information. And I had a talk with another YouTuber. And, you know, guys, I won't say I'm not YouTuber friendly, but YouTubers don't like me because of how honest and I am. And you guys know what's up. Christopher asked me what's going on. And I had to tell him, I'm like, look, you can't tell everybody everything you're getting because there's another guy or two in the shop that's getting exactly what you're getting. Now, how fair is that to the other guys that you're telling their business, especially when they're competitive, when they're real competitors, when they're really going out and racing their bikes with some of the fastest bikes in the country? Come on now, talk to me. Somebody said, oh, that one guy said, is a Road King a lay down now? we're gonna do a pan. Bipolar will be back for you, baby. You see that little block of wood under there? That lets you know that's a lay down bike. We're trying to make it one of the top contenders. I'm getting some seat stuff done to the seat, guys. So that is my ST seat, and the ST seat does fit on the older model bike with a little bit of a gap, but who cares? I just needed something to put on there for the time being. We were gonna try to get it out to the track this weekend, but we do not have our seat back yet. Guys have been looking at this intake and probably wondering what's it all about. Well, I'm the first one to have this one. All carbon. All carbon. You see most of them have a little billet on the end of it. I'm all carbon, baby. They said they were gonna give me something different. They did. Shout out to Kenneth hooking it up. Back to bipolar. Guys, one of you guys are gonna be the lucky winner. Guys, if you know anything about me, you know how much I really like this bike and how much I really take care of this bike. I can even, dirtiest bike in the garage, and I can see myself bouncing off the reflection. Remember, that's ceramic coat, buddy. That's ceramic coat. The only thing you don't get is a picture of bipolar up on the wall. That stays. BMF, you're gonna get a picture soon, buddy. Calm down. But yeah, that's her. That's her. That's what one of you guys are going to win. If you're in the chat, 92 looking, only 64 liking, go ahead and hit the like button. Don't tell me you don't know how to do it. Comes with a bunch of extra goodies, and the whole conversation you're going to be able to have with George comes with this. I'll hold him down. We'll tie him down so you can ask every question you want about this bike, and try and get as much knowledge from George as you can for almost free. Guys, I mean, listen, I didn't put the prices super high because I wanted this to be easy for any everyday average Joe working guy to get it. But we're not gonna do $5 raffle giveaway tickets because it'll take you 2 years to get the bike gone. So we did what we did. I think we did it right on time. Remember, guys, I tried to get this going around income tax time, so you guys, you know, can really make it happen if you want to. But I hope if you're in here, you bought yourself some tickets and you don't have to just watch somebody else take this bike when it could have been yours. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So a lot comes with the bike. Bike looks good. Remember, we got some headlights in there. We got everything. We got everything. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to get y'all in here. Don't mind that blue can back there. That's nothing. Got your vents. Got everything. Got your bars on the back. One thing I will say, I don't think I've ever. I don't want to say it. I gotta say it. Let me go knock on this wood though. Hold on. Y'all think I'm playing? Here goes some wood down here. I've never dropped bipolar. Bipolar, if you try me right now, but that bike's never been leaned over, never been laid down, nothing. Clean title. No, we didn't have to exchange parts because we did something. Nothing. This bike has always been a beauty queen and a bipolar bike, but now she settled down. I hope she settles down for the new owner as well. What else we got? What class do you run the Road King in? So the Road King is going to be, just because of few parts, Gangster Street. If you are paying attention to Halls Gone Wild, they had a Gangster Street class and all these different things, and that would have been bipolar. That would have been a Road King's class to run in, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. We took our lick and we kept it moving. So Jerry Page 144 said, big crank ETX30L. These are batteries, guys. It's an awesome OEM battery, had 28 amp hours. Battery lasts long. The EXT 30 liter is sold under a different name on the AutoZone. Battery is also available at Battery Mart. I have no idea about that battery, but you know, hopefully somebody, since he has some experience, there you go. Point you in that direction. Anybody in here not hitting the like button or just hating and participating at the same time? Hey, you ain't lying. That's what they do sometimes. But you know, I know who some of the guys are, and it ain't no problem to sit back and watch, fellas. They got to jump out. Now that they know, I know they like jumping out like flies. But at the same time, man, hey, it is what it is. Come check it out, hang out. The more people we have in here, yeah, absolutely, bro, 30. The more people we have in here makes me stick around a little bit longer. And that's the whole goal of this thing. Guys, if you got questions, you got to make sure you get them in here now. So Christopher Cox said, my wife bought the tickets, but I'm coming to get her. Hey, nope. Hey, you're going to be a passenger princess. You come pick this bike up. Your name has to be on that letter I sent out. Everybody should have gotten their tickets. I'm sorry to go back to this. Everybody should have gotten the tickets, but there were a handful of guys that ordered tickets and put a bad address or didn't put their apartment number, so it all got sent back to me. As long as you have your all your numbers, all you need is your ticket numbers, and it was an email to you, I'll take that. Okay, you do not have to have the actual sticker. The sticker is what you actually bought, and it entered you into the giveaway. All right, so what do we got here? What was the final numbers on the build? What do you mean? Chad D. Napoli. What do you mean the final numbers? I'll wait a little longer. Chad, I don't know if this is your first time in here, but that ain't my bike anymore. That's not mine. So the winner can tell all the business all they want. But I told you already, it's over 180 horsepower bike. And I ain't talking about 181. I ain't talking about 180.9, 182. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's still a monster. So if you know anything, you know it. But when the owner comes and picks up, if they want to tell, that's their business to tell. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to give you forever to come and pick this bike up. We will give, some grace. People need to take days off. You're coming from far, all those different things. I got you. Bray Cave said he's multitasking. He watching the Final Four. Is the Final Four going on right now? No, it's March Madness, man. I'm talking about Final Four. But yeah, I was too. I was watching earlier. But, got work to do, fellas. Got work to do. George can tell you everything you need to know about this bike. Better than I can. Remember this, guys. I'm a rider more than a builder. I don't build anything. I don't even ask the questions. I've been like that for a long time. I always feel like if the builder wants me to know, he will tell me, and then we go that route. But after that, we're not doing it. We're not doing that. So that's what it is. Next week, tune in. You have to be on here. If I call you, call your name on here, and then I give you that phone call, guys, answer the phone. It's going to make for a better time if you do. If you don't, and I call you again and you don't answer, listen, this ain't the time to be avoiding the bill collectors, because it might be me. Don't sit up there. Don't sit up there and screen calls. If it says Donald Duck, it's me. Hint, hint. All right, let me see. Let's go. What we got? No worries, Mac. I'll be there to make room in the garage. You ain't lying. Montez says numbers don't matter. Can you hold it down? Bipolar is a beast. I'm gonna come pick her up, and I want to see Mac and George talk to All-American before for the win. Yeah, man, that's really what it's about. You could always have more power than you can really handle yourself, and then what do you do? Let's back it up. Let me get back in here. FLA boy 850. That's Tallahassee. No winner tonight. Go check my Instagram. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Paul Waziri. Bipolar is in my dreams. Hey, it's gonna be funny because it's always the unexpected person that wins stuff, man. I never win, but whatever. I hope it goes to somebody who keeps this bike just like I have it. Maybe change the floorboards to match you and all your little trinkets and gadgets, but that's it. Oh, okay. So Montez Harris said, hey, real talk, text me before so I know it's you. Hey, man, listen. This gonna be live. Nobody got time to be I'm calling that phone. If it says Donald Duck, pick it up. Jimmy says he bought some tickets. Jimmy gonna get some of these. Mike, did you buy tickets? I need to know if you bought tickets. If you ain't buy no tickets, man, this is already a rocky relationship already. Let me see. Starving MB said, Mac, you have to set the raffle bar extremely high. I don't think it will be matched out or outdone. Okay. So what time next week? Hey, roadglide. We'll start at 8. We starting at 8. If you got dinner reservations and stuff like that, you better have the phone down like this the whole time, all right? It is what it is. Quack, quack. What's up, people? Mr. Westside 68. Been eagerly waiting. It's a bike on across the nation. Can't wait to own it. Mac don't hurt nobody. Hey, man, listen. Tell the wife, Sunday night, you need an hour. You need an hour to yourself. Whatever you got to do, go to the bathroom, go sit in the car, get away from the kids. You got to answer the phone. You don't answer the phone. I'm not that type of guy that's just gonna say, I'm gonna try again. But this is for the live, guys. Listen, we come here to see this. Now, the guys that might have seen it on Instagram, I post all the time on Instagram of what's going on. I posted this already that it's gonna be next week, 8 o'clock. Gotta be there. They have to come on over. So the next week's live should be way more than 90 people in the chat. So I really want to get that bike to one of you guys. Whoever wins it, change the oil, put some gas, get the ride. You know, this is one of those bikes that's just, oh, baby, I'm gonna miss you. I'm not gonna wash the bike. I'm gonna let whoever wins it, you know, you put your own first wash on it. You know what I mean? Gonna be impressive, guys. If you have a Harley right now, and you know you don't want to dump a bunch of money into it, I already did it for you, and I can guarantee this bike has under 13,000 miles, man. You know, we did a swap twice, so the bike really has hardly any miles, probably less than any miles that the guys have out there on their own personal bikes, but you're gonna get a lot for the price, trust me. I have a week to make room in my garage for bipolar. Yes, listen. This is what I want you guys to do. Clear a spot. Clear a spot, come pick that bike up, come drop that bike off back at your house, send me a picture. I'm posting it, I'm blasting it everywhere. Oh, we're gonna make a thing out of this one. Yeah, absolutely. We can't just, I got the bike. No. We're gonna make a thing out of this one. Still one of the baddest bikes out there. I just gotta be honest with you guys. But at this point, it's tamed to where you guys can go and get some miles if you want to. You ain't gonna hurt it. It's on chain drive. It's got everything you need. You know, just don't let it hurt you. Let me see something real quick. What a bad one, man. That's a bad bike, fellas. That's a bad one. All right, back to it. Mac don't hurt nobody. I'm canceling everything next week. Why do you choose to go with the 21 on your builds versus the 19? Good question. Good question. Good question. The biggest reason, they look better on older style bikes with big wraparound fenders. Newer bikes, you can get away with the stock fender because, hold on, I got you, guys. Woo. You understand? You can actually still go with a 19 with that same fender, but a fender on these bikes just never looked right to me, especially when it's not a full wraparound. I'm not into the chop fenders. Really not my thing. If you look at this one, you see we're gonna make some adjustments on it to kind of dial it in a little bit better. But 21 makes the bike look better. Florida is flat riding surfaces. There's a couple of turns here and there, but there's no real reason for us to ride a 19 unless you just like the overall look. They ride about the same. Maybe in a U-turn, it might be a little bit different there. But other than that, it's all the same, fellas. All the same. If you want the bike lower in the front, you go to 19. Roadglide CJ15 on. I'm on the bike now. Get it in. Peter Johnson in the building. Mac, are you going to replace bipolar in the garage? Is 2 bikes enough? Shit. 2 bikes is definitely enough. 3 is a crowd, being honest with you. 3 is a crowd, especially if you're not out there doing something specific with each bike. You have to be doing something specific. Bipolar was just a race bike until it came to the point where I felt like bipolar didn't need to be an all-out race bike. I don't really think it needed to be an all-out race bike. So to put it on the next level, I didn't really want to do that and beat up this bike like that. That's the truth. A bike like this, remember when we got it on the channel, guys, it was just supposed to be the cruiser, but then we turn around and drop it into a race bike. So then when I do that, I know bipolar has to go, so then we go 2024 and CVOST, then we do that. So am I replacing it? I don't think so. But I'm still kind of leaving that up to you guys. Maybe we do something. Maybe we build a bike together, and then you never know. It might leave here too. So, but let's keep going. Peter Johnson says, you sound like a gentleman. I try to be. Not everybody says that, though. Touch 556. We're supposed to be going shooting, so let's get that out the way first. The leg's good. I'm healing better than I was healing 2 weeks ago because I was like an old man 2 weeks ago. I couldn't get this thing to stop, but now we're good. You got that sports to hide too. The Sporty's got to hide, man. That's what is it, a 50th anniversary edition? Yeah. We got that in the background. E85 only. Has E85 on it now. We do have a 93 tune. If I'm you, if you have E85, run this bike on E85. For me, when I bring a bike in the garage, I don't want to smell fumes 5 minutes after I close the garage. I can't stand it. I let it air out forever. I don't have that problem with any of my bikes because they're all either on E85 or some other kind of fuel. But that bike, it makes you smile when you put E85. When everybody watches you dump it in at the pumps, and they're like, what is he doing? I had a guy pull up to me today, and I was pumping E85 in that bike, and he was in a BMW, and he was pumping E85 on the other side, and he's like this, looking around there. Get back, buddy. We got shit going on over here. Yeah, but everything else, Bipolar's going to be one of you lucky guys. His bike next week. Sure hate to see her leave, but you guys did the right thing. You guys did the right thing. Really made it happen at the crunch time, guys. I'm serious. I really appreciate that you guys stepped up the way you did. And even in the guys that are not in the chat, or the guys that don't say anything in the chat, if you put in for it, you know, go ahead and drop something in here. You ain't got to do much, thumbs up or something like that, because, you know, you got, hey, listen, not everybody's a talker, but, you know, you got your chance at this bike too. Now, let me tell you guys something else. Remember I told you this bike has a sound system in it, right? It has 2,400 watts of power in this bike. And I'm trying to remember, we got 6 speakers. I usually run 4. Unless I drop the tour pack on it, then I run 6. The tour pack, yes, is the tour pack on its own amp? Hold on, let me think. I want to give it to you guys the right way. Appreciate it, brothers. Appreciate it in the background. That's what I'm talking about. Just make sure you hit that like button. Let me get it right. Okay. Okay. 4 speakers on 1 amp. The 2 up front. I got tweeters up front, right? Yeah. 2 up front with the big dog tweeters. Trust me. Trust me, big dogs. And the 2 10s and the saddlebags, right? That's 1 amp. The second amp, there's 2 tweeters on the tour pack with 2, I want to say those are those diamonds? Yes, 2, those are diamonds or PRV. I think they're diamonds. 2 diamond audio, 6.5s in the tour pack. When I tell you Whitney Houston sounds like she's in your living room, that's how this bike sounds. Guys, I only go for highs and mids a little bit just to get that vocal. But this bike had it had some decent drop bass in it. Shakes the ground, of course. Not the thing that I'm really looking for. You know, competition, guys, yes. Riding around, guys, if I can hear you coming down the street and I'm not hearing the bass, I'm hearing the octaves of the, you know, whatever you listen to, the trumpets play. That's what I want to hear. And that's what that bike is pretty much set up for sound-wise. I don't think I've ever told you guys that, but that's just how I like my audio. But you got some power. You got some power. You got a nice setup in there. It has a DSP in it. You would have to put a DSP on your phone to be able to unlock the DSP inside here so you can adjust it how you want. Or, you know, some people just adjust it on their phones. You know, your phone has like a little amplifier thing in it where you can go out, equalizer, I'm sorry. Has a little equalizer, you can go up and change whatever you want. Sam, giveaway is next Sunday, 8 p.m. Come on, Sam, you got it. Talk to him. Drop more than I've ever dropped in a giveaway, mainly because I watched every video. The content is free. It's free. Keep being you, Mac. Kadeem from South Carolina. South Kakalaki. So smooth. Yeah, let me talk to him because he always in here talking. Let me see what you Official Mac, with the weight of the 10s and the bags, did you ever get a rear wheel wobble due to the extra weight in the bag? Man, it's not 1,000 pounds. No. Remember, it's still a Harley at the end of the day. Harleys are meant to take weight. Now, I'm 180 pounds, and if I put a 150-pound passenger plus tour pack plus saddlebags, everything weight down, the bike hooks and books the same way. There's nothing different. Nothing different, my brother. Nothing. So you won't have a problem. Now, if you are a bigger guy, hold on. I think I should have hit with this one. If you are a bigger guy, there's a way to adjust the suspension for you, okay? I do have it dropped. I do have it lowered 1 inch in the back. I think those are 12s. I think those, if I can remember, it's been a while. But the bike is a little lower in the back. But there are suspension knobs in the back, and I'll show you how to tighten it up, and you can do that. So you're not gonna have a problem. Nobody's gonna have you put the wife on the back or the boyfriend on the back because a woman has put in for this, women have put in for this giveaway. So you put the husband on the back. Make sure you put a seatbelt on him too. All right, keep going. Let's see what else we got. Bikes, Beers, and Bucks. What's happening, dog? Hey, get the hunting spot together, man. I need to shoot a hog or something. I ain't got no meat in the freezer. How about that? Roadglide Ryan, what's good, bro? Hope you're doing well, man. Roadglide Ryan, remind me of your bike's name again. I've been watching since day one, and I'll support the raffle you got. Even congratulate the winner, if not me. Harley Lawn, yeah, man. I'm gonna congratulate the winner because you couldn't understand what you're getting. You couldn't understand what you're getting with this one. I couldn't have built it better, and if I had to redo it, I'd do it the same way I did it again. Remember, everything kind of happened by luck. Not luck, but like it was supposed to go that direction. Everything happened the direction it was supposed to happen. Rogan, when I said the Black Stallion, okay, I'm sorry, man. I thought you was somebody else. He got a bike at the shop right now. He's got a bike at the shop right now. Anyways, but yeah, everything is good. Everything tip-top shape. I could start the bike right now. I could ride the bike. I could do all those things, but when it gets loaded in the trailer, because I'm not riding it there. When it gets loaded in the trailer, I'm gonna put you guys all together and let you guys watch this video and the delivery and the guy taking delivery of this bike. I probably won't take it to the shop until we have a certain date picked out for whoever's picking the bike up. Again, I can't go and wait 2 months and 3 months. I would actually just have to move on to the next winter. Now, guys, I'm not trying to throw no shot out there, but if we talk and you're like, hey, I can work it out this way, that's the best way to do it. Don't tell me you're going to be there and then last minute, we can't do it. All right. What's up, Mac? Was in a chat last week on traveling small. Tall head, I don't have Cash App, and I want to get the chat to start an offering. I'm the truck driver in Tampa. I bought 4 tickets. Appreciate it, brother. How else can I send the offering? I don't really know. I don't. I saw somebody do it. I don't know really how they do it, but, you know, any little bit helps. I'll hook you up with something. Matter of fact, I'll hook you up with something. I wish I had a bike at the shop right now. Road Glide Ryan said, I need a cam job, need George to hook me up. I got a T-Max, a Thunder Max, and a 2-in-1, thanks to LA Breakers Jeremy. Okay. Guys, listen, I'm going to tell you again. I like the chat, right? I like how you guys are usually interactive on the chat. Sometimes, you know, I got the guys in the background. No big deal. Just get a thumbs up. That's all I need from you. You ain't got to say nothing. Just sit back, relax, drink your beer, watch the game. But I do want to start doing a little bit more of the giveaway. Now, not the kind of giveaway that we had to do for this one. Actually, take something, you comment, it might go to you. $0. But we have to grow a little bit for me to make that happen. And I hate to tell my business sometimes, but sometimes what I'll do, if I do a review on something, I give it away, especially if I don't need it. Bike has some sponsored parts, not many, has a few. See, saddlebags, tour pack, cosmetic, I guess, right? Nothing else, everything else out of my pocket. This bike, shout out to Kenneth, the intakes, because he hooked me up. All right, so we can call that a sponsorship, hooking that up. But everything else, George, All-American, puts my bikes together. His sponsorship as well in certain parts, certain areas. He hooks it up. New bike, George hooks me up, puts me together. He's the only sponsor of this bike so far, but we have a new sponsor coming. I'm not gonna put it out there yet. We got a new sponsor, and y'all really gonna like him. But what I'm getting at is, I build it the way I like it. I build it the way I think, nothing but the best every time. I'm always nothing but the best. I don't need free parts because the free part guys look like the free part guys. So I put my bikes together with the parts I want to put on, and then Well, I don't even put that on. My sponsor, George, he puts my stuff together. You know, he hooks it up, man. But that's it. I don't really go after, and I don't reach out too much to too many people for different things. What else? There's something else on that bike. I'll talk about it later. But yeah, I don't do it because I want it to be a genuine, this is what I did, this is how I feel, this is why I don't use anybody else's parts. I don't want to go to who's the second best and the third best because half the time I won't know it. Back to it. Back to it. So I always want to give back to you guys. I don't know if you guys understand that or not, but I like giving back to you guys because, hey, that's what it's here for. Let's see what we got. I might have Rooney transport the bike Mac be the fastest bike he had in his trailer. Yo, pow, 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 pow. That'd be a good idea, you know what I mean? What size is your trailer? 7.5 by 14. 3 bike, 3 Harleys, 3 full-size baggers in there. Set it up the right way, you can make it happen. Sponsorship Mac is coming. Keep popping your collar. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man, like I said, I just don't use a lot of people. I don't believe in everybody's product at the end of the day. And if you give me something and I'm reviewing it, I'm giving my honest opinion. If I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you I don't like it. There's a few things that I have that I will never show you guys because I just don't like them. One of them is a camera, actually. And I'm telling people, like, hey, look, I got another camera. It works 10 times better than this. What do you want me to do? I'm not gonna lie. Won't get into it though. That one guy said, Harley, that's funny. Oh, bro, yeah, it's funny. I'm not, you guys know I don't get into it. Is that new bike intake with the grooves cut in? Grooves cut, no. It's not one that has the, I guess that's kind of like to make turbulence and stuff like that. No, I don't have that one. Mine is just all carbon. We need more info on the King, and that intake is fire. I'll tell you in a second. If we took a show of hands just here, I bet George has been contacted because of bipolar and OfficialMac a good number of times. badboyzcyclez as well. Absolutely, absolutely. But, you know, the guys know that. You know, remember this. If I stop working with a sponsor, there's always a reason. Not that it's a bad reason or whatever. Sometimes it's just, you know, we did what we could do, and now we're deciding to go our separate ways. Guys, you see, I decided to go Corbin seat on that bike. I'm not doing the badboycycle seats anymore. We leave that for the other guys to try to promote however they can, but you know, that's just what that is. George is the same thing. You know, me and George are like this. So whatever, you know, we come together to figure out how we can do something, we do it. You know what I mean? George doesn't really ask much from me. I'm cool. So that's just the way I think a sponsorship should go. It has to be, you have to be able to talk, and you have to be able to disagree, and then you have to be able to come up with a solution. If it's your way and just your way only, you can't do much with it because I know, or I think I know, I feel like I know what people want out of a product and what they like to see. Hey, it is what it is. You can't repeat the same thing over and over and over. And that's just with any product. I'm not speaking to anybody specific, but that's the thing. You have to be able to broaden it because that broadens it for me to be able to put more information out there. Let's go. Hold on. There was one that I was going to answer. Okay. Hold on. Intake on the King. I think that was the question. I ain't gonna just talk about it. I'm gonna show you. Now, yes, the King has quite a bit of carbon, except for the rear wheel. I don't know if you guys can see it right here. Let me see. Hold on, let me get my finger in. Right there. It's not carbon because we're waiting on it. But my plan is, I can't tell you, but I want this look. I'm not doing an all carbon fiber bike because I like the look of the Harley colors original from the factory. I've always said that, and I stand on that, and I ain't turning no goddamn, my mind ain't gonna change on that one. Now, what I can do, like I've always told you guys, If I put something on here, I can always take it off, and I can always make these bikes look back to the original look that they had. This bike is just, you know, set up for what it's set up for, man. Going straight line, going fast as it could possibly go. This front fender has gotten a lot of compliments. Shout out to Julio, the mad scientist over at All American. He hooks it up too. I'm gonna call Julio a sponsor too at this point, because Julio puts a lot of time and money. Sorry, not money, but a lot of time and R&D and putting things like this together. I don't know how many guys that can actually make a booster fender fit and fit correctly. It's one thing to just drill some holes and stick it on there and stick it in the existing. No, there's brackets and mounts and stuff made behind that to really make it sit like that, sit low, do its actual job. Okay, so that's the thing. So all carbon fiber. On the parts, I need to be carbon. The rest, no, I'm keeping the bike factory Harley look, because that's what I like. Let's back it on up. Anything else in the garage you guys want to see except for the sporty? I know guys have been asking to see the sporty. Dylan road paint, Delandro. Okay, Delandro paint. Jeez. All right, when it's all together, man, you can't read these names. No more tickets. No more tickets, no more tickets, no more tickets. Max, tonight is not the night. It is next Sunday. I go back and rewatch this live, guys. I don't want to mess it up. Hey, Mac, talk. All purpose said, hey, Mac, Tall copies all your videos. I bet he want to copy the, he won't copy your giveaway. Believe me, he is watching. Yikes! Hey, listen, okay. When we start throwing shots, I have to make it known. I had nothing to do with this, okay? I have nothing to do with it. Not that I'm scared. It's just the fact that I don't like starting a beef. I'm already the bad guy, and it feels like I'm the bully around here, okay? But, hey, you say how you feel. Say how you feel. Guys, I'll say this, though. I'm not the first person to race Harleys, right? We all get that. But I think there was a time where I may have sent Harley racing from the dark world over into the light. How about that? Can I say that? There's always been Harley racing, street racing, grudge racing, all those different things. But I think I brought it to light. And then once it was brought to light, then you started seeing more of the performance bagger culture start to come around. And then what do? They try to put their own twist on it and go a different direction with it and make it a performance bagger with a tall suspension, you know, T-bars, all these different types of things. It is what it is. But I know, just as sure as you, if you've been watching me long enough, there was no real racing, Harley racing videos out there. California, yes, I got to give it to them. There was some California guys out there doing it, but it was not on the level that myself and allamericancycles was taking it to. Inside the shop, see what's going on. I can put out a video tomorrow. I have one on standby, and it shows when these guys do the wheels, when these guys do the suspension, when these guys do the bars, and all the ARP bolts and all those different things to set us aside from average Joe Harley Davidson, what the best they can do, or what the shop in your area can do. These guys are some of the best, and I think I've done a pretty good job of showing it. And I know a lot of other guys might feel different or whatever, but you can't deny what you see on TV, man. You can't deny. Traveling tall, stealing content, then threw shots at the man at All American. It's like, Florida, stand on, let me get out the way. Might be shooting again. Might be shooting again. I don't want to catch a stray. It wasn't meant for me. I'm not going to say anybody's stealing content. I would say that they like the idea. Is that a way to say? I mean, if stealing content, no, I can't go that direction because that is stealing content. If you get an idea and you were doing it as well, and now you want to put into your own words of what you're doing, is that stealing content? Just because I did it too? Now I have seen people steal my content before. I'm not gonna name names because if I name 2 people, you guys would probably say, "You got to be kidding me." And you've seen it for yourself. You just didn't realize it. But anyway, I think that got a little mosquito in here. There he is. I think that, yeah, okay, that's a better way to say it. So Touch 556, he said you're influencing it. And I think that's our job as influencers. But what I will tell you, and this is not to any of the guys, any of the YouTubers, some people just won't tell you the legit information. They won't tell you the shit that they went through to get the bikes to do what they're doing, or they won't tell you what they don't like about their bikes. They won't tell you that how something failed on them 2 or 3 times before they figure, oh, we got to do something different. Sam, stop starting shit. Sam said name names. Just know you see them with a lot of subscribers, 6 times more than what I have, and they've all, listen, I've talked to everybody, and I'm not shooting at anybody. I'm not saying they're stealing, but I talked to all the YouTubers at least once or twice or something like that. But, I'm the furthest person away. I'll tell you that 100 times. I'm the furthest person away. Anytime I can see these guys at a Daytona. That's it. But the downside of a lot of the guys, because they're on the sponsorships, they won't tell you the truth. If a company comes to me, they know they have to come to me with a good product because I'm going to torture it. I'm going to really test it. If it does, I can't catch this mosquito. If it doesn't pass the test, we got to go. We can't put that on the bike. And a lot of the times I run my ideas or somebody's product through George. I go to whoever I feel like has had the most experience and say, hey, have you tried it? Did it work out? No? Okay, got you. Let's see. Especially if they don't give credit to where the idea came from. Okay, so that's the problem. Okay, so, all right, okay, all the questions are, damn, I don't know what I said, but everybody going in right now. Hold on, guys, hold on. Some people don't give credit, I get it. If you have a bigger following, you're not gonna give the credit. I get it. But if you stand on 2 feet, you should. Tall needs to stay in his lane because he don't want no smoke with anything All-American got. Can I? Tall, if you in here, stick up for yourself, man. I've been trying to stick up for you here. You can't take this stuff personal either, because I know I've been bad so much. Mike Florence said, is there a mesh in the intake opening for the Road King? So not on this one. The reason I don't run it is because this bike only hits your track. He does have one with mesh on the outside that actually covers, and then he's got one that has an overall filter that looks like an old K&N intake that we used to put on the Hondas back in the day. And remember the time you almost ran into the back of me on a motorcycle on 595. All right, let's keep going. Nah, bro, he never gave you props. You brought your dogs out. He did. You washed your bikes. He countless videos he copied. I watched. I know. Damn. He did that. You're the innovator and the Ned's needs not to explain what the facts. Richard Cortez, all purpose, you going in today. I'm gonna keep reading your comments though. Bikes, Beard, and Buck. Hey man, don't be laughing at this stuff, man. Don't laugh at this stuff because all it does is make me look like I'm the bad guy, okay? I'm not the bad guy. Mac is the underground rapper making all the noise. Hey, I'm out here ghostwriting, huh? Matter of fact, guys, this is the new Harley shirt. You know, there's the one from last year, but I got the new one. I have to go get the merch, man. Harley's been coming out and hitting them hard with some of their stuff. This hat is from last year, and this shirt is from this year. Fire. And I got the orange one with the orange hat. They don't match though. Let's see what we got. So roadglide, I know you put AAC on the map. I think a lot of us didn't know who AAC was unless you were in Florida. I remember the first videos you put George on the channel Racing. Yeah. So remember this, guys. When I went to All-American, and I just had to sit back and kind of like watch. Remember, I've been building cars, sport bikes, all that other type of shit for years before I met George. I met George in 2021, I think. 2020, 21, somewhere around in there. I have been doing that for years. So I knew that a lot of people were going to bad shops to get work done, and it was just like, remember how much bad publicity Harley's had. It was just like always a problem. Oh, my shit's leaking oil, the motherfucker doing this, that, and the third, and won't start, and now, you know, all those things. So I sat back and watched him, you know, when he did my bike, and my bike comes out, and I ride it, and I'm impressed. Do more work, I'm more impressed. And then I have to say, all right, let's stop right here. Hey, look, we got to do something. We got to put this out to the world. I know what I'm looking at. You know what you're doing. Perfect Mac. I got something else to tell y'all later, all right? Let's see, regular second down. Okay, so to be fair, Tall isn't a racer. There we go. There goes somebody standing up for him. To be fair, Tall isn't a racer. He likes and promotes products. Not sure if they're sponsored or not, but he loves everything he has, as Mac has alluded to, that some of these guys do. Yes, you're not the bad guy. I'm here drinking and laughing at the facts. Sit on the pump or no pat. Oh, my God. Okay, my first motorcycle, I had to be 21 or so. I hadn't gotten a motorcycle license for like 5 years after I got a bike, but 20, I was 21, so that had to be back. I'm not gonna say my age, guys. So back then, if you wanted a bike and you weren't going to no dealership to finance it, you basically came to a warehouse where this dude had plenty of bikes, plenty. From 1974s up to 2002s, new bikes, you know. And he would self-finance you. I remember guys that would go in, didn't have credit now, watch this, but they had the title to their car. If you think I'm lying, I'm flying. They would get a title to the car, take the bike, do their thing. Miss a payment, figure out why your car's gone. You gave this guy the title to your car. Ugh. Moving right along. Okay, man, don't do Tall like that. He already stressing and y'all making his hairline go far. If this wasn't a $1,300, $1,400 phone, making his hairline go further back. Y'all going to hell? You're going to hell. And I ain't going with you. Don't wave at me when you got to go by and walk in the line to hell. You don't know me, I don't know you. Tall has oh my God. Y'all think I'm joking about these? So-and-so has an S-curl kit in his hair now, and he's not a racer. boy, they gonna hate me forever. They're gonna hate me forever. Said not the hairline. God dog it. Anyways, let's get back. Let's get back to other news. Bipolar's gonna come with the strap. I'm giving you everything that comes on bipolar is actually coming with bipolar. Any more questions about bipolar? Man, y'all don't care who y'all talk about, bro. I better not ever get on y'all bad side, cause well, you know what? I will say this. Come to Christ while you still can. We glide together over here. I fly with y'all. But anyways, like I said, guys, I know you guys don't know the backstories behind, a lot of those guys, and they all start from, I'm just changing the subject, guys. They all start from, somewhere and try to get their sponsorships and all those different things. I've never been a fan of it, unless it was a good product. I can't stand behind a lot of stuff, man. I used to have a lot of things in my garage that I would put on and then like, no, this is not the deal. Take that off the bike because somebody gave it to me for free. My boy Kenneth finally showed up. Kenneth, you done missed half the show. We've been talking about this intake for the last 30 minutes. Sheesh. Hey. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, a lot of guys take the sponsorship parts to try and boost their channels and stuff like that. Just not my style. Like I said, I don't even have a handful of sponsors, but we do have a new Hey, Kenneth, when you at dinner, the phone goes down here under the table, man. You look down, you pick up, act like you're talking and scoop, and then go back to it, man. You know how we do. Turn it on. Hit the like button while you're in here. Yeah. So Bipolar's going next week, Sunday. As soon as you click in, guys, same thing as usual. Hit that like button. When I get a certain amount of likes, then we're gonna go ahead and let it go. I'm not doing it with 30 likes. I promise you guys, it's not happening. It's not happening. What's the actual helmet you use? Scorpion Exotech, but I also run a Bell Race Star, but that's my racing helmet, and I think next time I take this bike out, I might be rocking that out. I don't know if you guys want to see it. I'll show it to you. It's right there. And I have an LS2 all carbon, glossed out, bad mofo. I just haven't found the time to set it up to use it. So Demetrius Bass, that's for you. Bass or Bass? I'm sure you call yourself, but Bass, right? It ain't Bass. Bikes, Beers, and Bucks said, let's get your soul glow. Just let it shine through. That's one of my favorite movies, man. I'm gonna take Up for Tall. The man rides cross country and out of the country. He's a rider, y'all. Stall him out. Corey Williams. What says stall him out? Stall him out means, just for the guys that don't know what stall him out, take it easy on him. Let him get by. Let him have a chance. Listen, all guys come from this that I've seen. Not all guys. All the YouTube guys that I've seen have come this direction. You go from a rider, long distance, travel, this, that, and the third, travel on your bike, to becoming a racer, a performance guy, get in and out and do what you can and show the best products on. I've never been one of those guys. I stay true to, I don't like riding long distance. It's not my thing. Now, long distance doesn't mean I can't ride for 6 hours in a turn and burn, because I've done it. Doesn't mean I don't go out and ride from sun up to sundown, because I've done it. I just don't want to cross state lines and sleep somewhere else and then come back, and then that's not my thing. I got buddies that won't ride to Daytona, and that's 3 hours, 3.5 hour trip. Now, they don't ride. That's a whole different conversation. They will trailer. I have trailer before, but they will actually, I usually do the burner turn. They won't do that with me. It is what it is. Oh my God. It's somebody, touch 5567. I'm going to start saying y'all real name in a minute. He said, what if Tall won the giveaway? That would be kind of funny. That would be the funniest thing ever. If he won, I'd take it to him. Ricardo says, you're the reason I know about All American. Once I watched the videos with George, I was sold and I brought my road glide to get the work done. Now I've been satisfied. While I was at the shop, we met. Once I went, so Sam says, once I went bipolar, I'll do the ride. Hey man, listen. What else can I do for you guys? What else can I do? I still don't want to talk about this one thing. I might talk about it. I might. And I gotta go to sleep too. We're gonna leave him alone, all right, guys. I mean, the guy probably sitting up here watching, and if he don't watch today, he'll watch tomorrow. You know, these guys. You don't have to race. No, I can't say that either. He has raced. He has raced before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen him do something. I don't recommend racing on the street. Tass on twos, what's up? I don't recommend racing on the street. How about that? It's dangerous. In more ways than one. And if you want to keep it on the track, I understand it. You know what? I'll say this. If you have a bike that's fast, you keep that bike on the track. You don't, something like this is very sketchy to run on the street. Everybody knows it, and especially just depending on where you're at. If you're not at a road that's good and blocked off and all those other things, you don't run something like that through a quarter mile. You crazy. What's your next rally event, meetup, anything planned? I'm going to, I think it's North Carolina next month for Cash Days. Now, see, if you, no, I gotta say it the right way. If you don't want people to talk about you, you have to show up to some of these events. I don't do a lot of the other events. As a matter of fact, here's one that I was gonna do that got canceled. The Wisconsin, you know, big Harley event. I was gonna do that one in Milwaukee this year. Last minute, canceled. Okay, now I gotta figure out something else. Me and my boys were already gonna plan it out. Fly in, rental car, hang out, do what we do, fly back, come back the next week to Atlanta for the Kings of the South, their race, well, not their race event, but for the event there in Atlanta. So, you know, but like I said, guys, you know, sometimes you gotta show up for the events when you talk about doing certain things like that. If you're saying you have a fast bike, you gotta show up. Now, at the same time, whether you race or not, doesn't matter. Just show up. Show that you're interested. Show that you are able to stand out there with, you know, some of the best. That's all. Comment before Ricardo, not bad. Let's see what he's talking about. What if Tall won the bike? How much power do you think a turbo adds? 50, 60? Somewhere around there? All day? And I'm talking about good, like you're not missing anything other than, you know, keeping your hands on the handlebars. When is King of the South? July. Second week, I think that is. I don't have the exact dates, somewhere around in there. Sam, I got my bike done by All-American-Cycles because of Matt. Now, see, when y'all say because of, sounds a little different. Because like funny, when I was there, he was doing a giveaway for the Stage 2 back then. Pow. Absolutely. Listen, guys, I always want to give back to the channel. That's the biggest thing for me. A lot of people don't do it. Hey, listen. You guys do enough by watching and commenting on these other people's videos that, you know, I'm a people person, man. When they say, like, there's a saying, my face is good everywhere, that means I don't have too many enemies out there, and I'm not afraid to go anywhere. So the fact that I always feel like I'm welcome wherever I go, I'm a regular person like everybody else, I go. I go. I don't care what the crowd is or whatever, except for there's one place I'll never go back to, and I'm not gonna say the name of this place, but I went. You know, I go wherever it is for the experience, and that's about it. You know, that's just what it is. You coming to North Carolina for what? It's called Cash Days. It's at the racetrack. I don't know the name of the racetrack. It's at the end of November, end of April, like the 24th, 25th, something like that. I don't know the track's name. Man, props to Mac and All American. Appreciate it. Remember to hit that like button, absolutely. Tats on twos, what's happening? Any YouTubers in the building, shout yourself out, throw a thumbs up. You don't have to do much, but I like when you guys come in here. I'm thinking, have I ever collabed with another YouTuber? I'm a one-man band, guys. I've always been a one-man band. I got more bikes than I can ride. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, you know, if you're a YouTuber, and especially the new YouTubers, come into here, hit your shady side. Yes, absolutely. That's the name of the drag strip. Come in here, shout yourself out. I don't care about that type of stuff, man. That's what these platforms are for. You guys are gonna make good content, and if you know there's something on your channel that I like, I comment, and you know, a guy's channel that I do watch, and me and him have conversation, is Chris Glides. I don't know if you guys know him, but he has a 25 CVOST. Pretty much built it, trying to do it the way I did mine. We got, you know, pretty much the same seat, bars, a lot of things like that. And that guy is somebody who I would help with information, because, you know, not everybody's gonna give it to you straight. And if somebody doesn't help you out in some ways, you're going to be spending so much money, and especially when you're doing all the work yourself, you'll never figure this stuff out. Never. So, all good. Help out as best I can. You sort of collab with Do Works when you hype up the race. Yeah, you know what? I didn't mean to laugh. But yeah, me and him did. But you see how that went. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. These guys. But Chris Glide, yeah, good guy. He's one of those guys that do a lot of riding and stuff like that. So, you know, if you guys got any more questions, I'm about to get out of here. Yeah, he's a solid dude, man. Listen, I like low-key people. I'm low-key myself. I'm not really trying to make a big splash and all that stuff when I'm, you know, it's just, you know, I enjoy motorcycles. I enjoy what I can do with my bikes, how they look, how they sound. I watch other people's bikes, like how they sound. You know, you got good ideas, I might ask you, hey, what's up with this such and such? Hey, it is what it is. Can I say one thing before we go? Man, tall is feminine. God damn. All purse. Still got that belt? Yeah, I still got the belt. It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. We might be changing out the exhaust on this bike. On that one, guys. So I go to the shop the other day. Guy I know at the shop says ride my bike. Date set for the giveaway is next week, sir. He asked me to ride his bike, say, hey, fill it out, see how you like it. Now I didn't get a chance to record that part of this video that I got. I got a big compilation video. But anyway, I ride it, and it's a stage 2, and it sounds amazing. He has an HPI long version pipe. Now, if I could get it in black to go on this bike. Now, I've seen them do a black one. I don't know how good the powder coat or the whatever they used, how good it holds up. It looked like a gangster, and it would sound fire on that bike. At the same time, I kept saying, I don't want a loud bike, I don't want a loud bike. Well, that bike's loud. Yeah, that bike's actually kind of like loud, and who cares at that point? I throw another exhaust on there, but the problem is the wait time. Who knows when it'll be? So I gotta do some searching and poking and see what I can come up with, because that would really help that bike out a little bit too. I think we're maxed out on that exhaust, and it could be holding us back on power, but who cares, right? You know, still got 185 horsepower, so it is what it is. At the tap. So guys, tune in next week. We will be doing a giveaway. I promise you I will try not to mess it up. I hope one of you guys get it that are in the chat. Remember, you have to be in the chat and answer your phone so we can all know that it's live and legit. There's nothing more than I'd like to be able to say, hey, so-and-so, this bike is yours. Come on, Bipolar, say bye. See y'all next week. Peace.